Hey guys, this is Justin with Palmetto State Armory, and today we have the Jackal 12.5 at the range. And the reason we're here today is because we've been getting a ton of comments just like this that are asking us why make a 12.5-inch 308. There's a lot of reasons behind it. First of all, a compact gun with a 308 cartridge gives you a nice small package that still has a lot of firepower. But the other thing is these are still perfectly usable out at range, and that's what we're gonna show you guys today. It could be used for people who are hog hunting, who need to get these guns in and out of side-by-sides, somebody who wants to keep it in their truck. It's just a great option out of a short barrel, and you still get a ton of performance out at distance. So what we're gonna do today, I have this gun set up the way people would normally set up a short to intermediate range gun. We'll go over the build here in a second, but we're gonna be shooting out to 600 yards and we're gonna be shooting MOA targets at each range to show you guys the performance out the distance out of a 12-inch barrel. Now for our ammo selection today, we went with the AAC 150 grain, so this is just standard ball ammo. You get a little more velocity out of those lighter rounds, so it's a 150 grain projectile. You're gonna get a little more velocity versus like AAC or a Match King or something like that. So let's go over the build. Up top on a Condition 1 mount from Badger Ordnance. We like these mounts because you can throw an optic off to the side. Up top we have a Vortex Razor 1-6. This is gonna give you great options all the way out to about 600 yards. You're gonna lose some of those smaller targets behind the reticle, but it does a perfectly usable job, as you'll see in a minute. And then we have an Acro C2 on the side. That's gonna give us a nice option for up close. You can roll that gun over and use the red dot. And then, like I said, Condition 1 mount. Moving up to the front, we kept it pretty simple here, but for this long range portion, we went with an Atlas bipod. These make great bipods and they're nice and compact. Up front, we went with a Silencer Co. Velos 762 suppressor. For you guys looking for suppressors, it's a great option. It's a flow-through can, but it still does a great job cutting that noise out. Now with that out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and show you how this Jackal performs out to 600 yards and prove the haters wrong. The biggest question we've been getting from people all over the internet and in our comment sections and stuff is, what is the usefulness of a 12.5-inch 308? And there's a lot to it. It's really good at like close quarters stuff. If you're coming out of vehicles, it's very transportable. That's the beauty of the 12.5-inch. But what we're about to show you is something that's gonna really appeal to like the pig hunters out there and all that good stuff. Certainly an 18-inch gun would be more useful at this long range that we're at, but we just wanna show you guys that the Jackal 12.5 is perfectly capable out to about 600 yards, which is what most hunters are gonna be able to use it for, and why it would make the perfect companion for you in your side-by-side or in your truck while you're riding around your property, maybe looking for pigs or something along those lines. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna shoot to about 600 yards and show you how this 12-inch barrel does with this 308. Just a heads up, guys, we used the 150 grain ammo. 12-inch barrel, you're gonna need that extra velocity. So instead of using Match Kings that are 175 grain or something like that, we went with a lighter NATO spec load. So this is a 150 grain and it's pushing about 2,400 feet per second out of this barrel. So let's see how it does out at distance. All right, so we're gonna start at the 300-yard mark just to show you a very easy shot for this 12.5-inch. We're shooting at a 3 MOA plate, which is about 3 inches across. So it definitely represents like a kill zone on a hog or something like that. So let's see what it can do. And we're dialed to a 6 here.
Yep.
All right, so now we're gonna shoot out to 600 yards and we're gonna see how we can do. We're gonna start on a 3 MOA target and then we're gonna move down to a 1 and see what happens. So let's go ahead and try that.
1130 top edge of target.
Top edge?
Yep. That was 3 o'clock, 2 inches from the edge.
You on it?
Mm-hmm. Nailed it dead center. Just high. Nailed it. Hit.
So we just finished shooting at 600. So we ended on a MOA target, which is gonna be a 6-inch circle. As you saw at the end there, we got about 3 out of 5. Keep in mind, this is with a 1-to-6 scope. So most of that plate is getting lost in the reticle itself. So really not bad from a 12.5. For you guys looking for a hunting gun that you can keep in the truck, doesn't take up much space, this is gonna be a great choice for you guys. But let us know below what you thought of the performance of this little gun out to distance. Drop a comment, let us know your thoughts. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Please follow along for more and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching, guys.